Bear Creek Secondary School held an environmental assembly and presentation this week. The speakers were Green Party leader Elizabeth May and Corrina Serda, the youngest person to be trained by Al Gore to give his Inconvenient Truth presentation.
Al Gore began training presenters. One of the first presenters he trained is here at the end, and she'll be helping with today's presentation, Corrina Serda. And her daughter Corrina would travel around with her to the presentations, became very interested, started taking part in them, and at age 11 took the training herself.
Well, I gave a climate change presentation, and I was speaking along with Elizabeth May. That's why I'm here today. So I just talked about the science of climate change and then the issues around climate change, and then Elizabeth May spoke. We had questions and answers, and then I spoke about solutions. Obviously, because I want to talk more about solutions than about, like, yeah, it's all doom and gloom and we're all going to die kind of stuff. The movie I find is too depressing, so I really enjoyed that there's solutions in this.
I'm really thrilled to be at Bear Creek Secondary School for a discussion about climate, and particularly about the role of young people in making a difference in their society before the age at which they can vote.
In the 1960s, there was a lot of concern about air pollution because factories and coal plants and smelters had smokestacks that were distributing the pollution at a level where it would fall into the communities near where the smokestacks were, and it caused something that was localized air pollution, which is in fancy terminology called ambient air pollution, and it had a lot of garbage in the air, which in fancy terms is called particulates. So that the pollution coming from the Ohio Valley in the U.S. was killing lakes and streams and rivers in Nova Scotia, in eastern Ontario, in Quebec, in something called acid rain. So what would happen is the sulfur dioxide would go up the smokestack, travel through the air, and come down as sulfuric acid somewhere else.
28% was renewables, but 55% was nuclear, which is pretty good because natural gas and coal are the worst ones out of that. And the whole 28% was from renewable energy, which is awesome.
Well, that's one of the things that's most effective in getting young people involved in issues in their community, is to have them hear about the potential for being involved from someone to whom they can relate. So, I'm in my late 50s, and kids are going to look at me coming into a classroom to talk, and exactly I remember how I felt when we were in school and some older person would come in to talk. You feel that you could tune out. What we see happening is when somebody 14 comes in to talk to other 14, 15, 16-year-olds, it's a completely different experience. It's much more engaging, and it's also more empowering.
I think that it's very important for kids to hear from someone their age because, I don't know, especially high school students, I don't think listen to adults that much. That sounds kind of bad, but I think that they would listen better to someone their age. Like, it's a peer-to-peer kind of thing where, or I'm even younger than some of them, so it's kind of like they're just kind of, they listen partially because I just had the guts to get up and talk about it in a way like, I don't, so I think it's really important for youth to hear from youth about these issues.
She's our age, and it was really motivational to see someone our age making such a big difference. And we heard about how she has taught over 35,000 people and made them more environmentally aware, and taught them ways to become more greener and make the world a safer and cleaner place. And then also Elizabeth May was here. She was really interesting, and she basically talked about what Canada's doing, what the Copenhagen summit were for, and what she did down in Cancun this couple of months ago. And this basically lets us know that we're not, like, Canada's not the only country that's in trouble.
I'm a part of the Apollo project, so we're raising money to put solar panels on our roof to make a difference. And it's neat to learn different things, what other people are doing, and the knowledge other people have to give us. So
I think it's really important to talk to youth when they're young, so that they can really feel empowered to do something and that they can make a difference. It doesn't matter so much what they're making a difference in, but they need to feel motivated to be able to accomplish things. So when you talk at a high school, it's a perfect place to be able to just say, you can do it, I believe in you, and also to give a good example. Someone like Corrina has just done so much work And she started when she was 10 and she's only 14. She's already talked to 35,000 people. It's just, it blows people away and they go, wow, if she could do that much, you know, at least I can do something.
One person can make a huge amount of impact on the earth. And it can just be one person who does something and starts a revolution, or like even something really simple like changing a light bulb can make a difference.
And I believe that we can reverse this and we can make like the world like how it was when our grandparents were alive. And I'm really, like, even though I'm young, I'm really worried about my grandchildren and like future generations. But still, yeah, I just want to make a difference.